All right, Ray Pace called into the show tonight, and he's actually joining us again for the after show. But you promised the viewers a little bit more of an explanation. Maybe he could help you out with that.
Sam asked why the women don't wake up if you
Right.
like them asleep. Ray, one of the questions that came up was why women don't wake up. And you're actually not actually having sex per se with them. Is that right?
That is correct.
And most of the sexual activity is actually masturbation, watching videos of people sleeping, women sleeping, right?
Yeah, I do. I do indulge in that, I suppose you could say.
And is that mostly what people do that like somnophilia? They're sort of identify with somnophilia?
It's hard to say because I think this is, a relatively rare fetish.
It's not that rare, really. I've talked to Loveline over the years. Surprising number. That's why when I brought it up with our executive producer, I was like, I've heard this for a long time. It's Judy's saying yes. Judy.
Yeah, it's one of the more common paraphilias that we know of.
Yeah.
And it's less harmful than a lot of the other ones.
Yeah, I figure it might be convenient for a retired housewife.
So,
Well, that's if I was going to be a porn star, that's the kind I want to be.
I'd just be sleeping. Are you horny, honey? Because I'm going to go to sleep now.
Right. Does that work?
We'll take care of that.
Ray, you actually it's about the excitement of them waking up. Is that right?
Being
It's one of the exciting qualities that you identify with is you're so happy to be with them and to be there when they wake up. Is that sort of how it works?
That's kind of how it works, but also another aspect of it is, being able to, do things with your partner without them waking up. Because, at least in my case, as you said earlier, it's more of a gentle thing, a romantic thing, as opposed to, an erotic thing.
What is the stuff you don't want her to see, if you don't mind, if you feel comfortable answering that? What is it you said you don't want things to be seen? What would that be?
Your penis?
Well, there's nothing specific. I think it's just like, psychological, like a subconscious thing.
So you feel a little bit shame. Judy brought this up during the show. They feel a little shame and embarrassment about being sexual. Yeah. So
well, I did, at first when I was first sexually active, like, I was a late bloomer, like, all my friends would have sex, like years and years before I did, I don't leave the house much, I don't do much.
Yeah,
so,
hang on a second, Ray. Carmel's got a question.
Hey, Ray, I just have this is a sincere question. Have you ever had an intimate relationship with a man? Or desires for that? Because I wonder sometimes, I know a lot of men who have not been able to experience their sexuality have had fear of being intimate with a woman,
Let's
and so they've
Judy,
done things.
Let's ask Judy, technically, is that part of that paraphilia? Is there on a...
Well, sometimes, but I don't think that...
It's not necessarily.
It's not necessarily part of it. I mean, it's a good question, but I think, Ray has just given us a lot of good data about this, about the fact that, there was a late bloomer aspect. He was a little bit of ashamed and maybe
that's why
not
you
as
bloomed, because you had
experienced.
some shame.
Yeah.
Right, exactly. And so being able to be with women in this way makes him feel more comfortable, and it's a way for him to actually build his self-esteem. So...
Vanessa,
So
you get
then it
See,
cures
Vanessa's,
yourself
we're
and you
educating
build
Vanessa.
yourself.
We're
Yeah, I'm
educating Vanessa about mental health.
I just got really into that.
I know.
What?
So, Ray, do you hope to have a wife and children one day? And how do you see that happening if they're never awake?
Wife and children, I'm going to be absolutely candid with you. I hate kids and I hate marriage.
I'm a gay man. I hate the same.
They're fighting pretty hard for that, actually.
I suppose the question was more along the lines of, if I was in a long-term relationship with someone, how would this work out? And generally, what I try to do with the women is,
you oblige them when they're awake once in a while, right?
What's that?
You oblige them when they're awake once in a while.
Exactly, because,
Indulgence.
I feel like they're doing me a favor if they, let me indulge in my fetish, so, I'll return the favor because they might not be comfortable, with me doing what I do.
Okay, Ray, thank you, buddy. I want to ask the panel this last question. Do we think Cosby is a paraphiliac?
No.
Don't think so.
He's drugging them.
No, that's a whole different thing. That's a power dynamic.
It's more of a power thing.
Sure. Any idea, any thoughts about what the likely drug is? Anybody think about that?
I think he said it in a
the Spanish
comedy.
fly?
Yeah,
it doesn't mean anything. That's a
What do you
generic.
think?
I think
Like
chloral
knowledge?
hydrate.
Is that like GHB?
No, they didn't have GHB around like
They
that.
didn't have
Chloral
GHB.
hydrate. Chloral hydrate.
Is that roofie?
No, it's
Like
used to be called Noctic. It's chloral hydrate and used to put people out. It's sleep inducing. The barbs are just intoxicating. So it's got to be chlorine. I don't know, of course.
Allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly.
They Dr.
heard it
Fink
here
asked
first.
them, do you think Bill Cosby, what's the word?
Somnophilia.
I don't want to mess it up.
Someone
Do you guys think the same? They say no. What do you say?
Alrighty.